And we're back. Okay, I think we cleared out everyone on this level. Yep, okay. Oh yeah, Stardew Valley is a good idea on the Switch too. Really good suit for that. Didn't really like the game myself, but yeah. Fourth floor, I don't think we're done, have we? Nope, okay. Oh yeah, Undertale's on the Switch too. Again, another one I haven't got around to playing yet, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. Love my Pro Controller, that's mainly because I play a lot of Splatoon. Just like that, yeah. The Pro Controller is really comfortable. There's only been a few Switch games that I find better with the Joy-Cons. Breath of the Wild is one. I like playing Breath of the Wild with the separated Joy-Cons because it had the motion control aiming for the bow, and it's just a little bit easier to do that with separated Joy-Cons. A lot of other stuff I play with the Pro Controller. I'd be playing this with the Pro Controller if it had let me, but it doesn't. Good night. Have a restful sleep. Pokeball. What are you hiding back here for? Shh, can't you see I'm hiding? Sure. Okay, we have one full heal. One star piece. Nice. Escape rope? Nah. And 5 great balls. Lovely. Nice loot room, guys. And a revive. Excellent. Super duper. Anything in these lockers? No. Okay. Wait, you don't want to fight me? There we go. That would be too. Did see what they couldn't have been doing a Pro Controller, really? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it has motion sensor in it, so you still could do the flicky thing. Maybe it's just too weird to try and do the flicky thing with the controller. Or, actually, you know what it might be? Seeing as you cannot play this without the motion control, the Pokeball Plus comes with this wrist strap. I've chopped mine off because it's way more comfortable without it. The Joy-Con come with a wrist strap, or a little thing you clip onto them with a wrist strap on it when you're using them. The Pro Controller does not have a wrist strap. Maybe they deliberately didn't use the Pro Controller for this because they didn't want kids accidentally throwing the Pro Controller because there is no wrist strap for it. I bet you that's the reason. I bet you some fucker in a boardroom made that decision. I think I've nailed it. That's exactly what it is. Because after the Wii, Nintendo became really insistent that anything with motion control has to have a fucking wrist strap on it. You know what I mean? All those stories about broken lamps and smashed TVs and, you know, concussed siblings. I bet you that's it. They'll never admit it, I bet you. Even if you ask them directly, they won't admit it. But I would put money on that being the reason. Considering the amount of warnings on Wii systems, yep. Yep. Like, even this game, when you boot it up and you say, well, I'm playing with this, it'll tell you to, oh, remember to put the wrist strap on. Always play with the wrist strap. Always play with the wrist strap. And even when you use the Wiimote, the Joy-Con, same thing. You get that little screen that pops up for 5 seconds. Make sure you use the wrist strap. That's a pity, though. Maybe if we can get Hori or someone to make a wrist-strapped accessory for the Pro Controller. Maybe they would patch it in then. Maybe you have to plug it into the USB port on the Pro Controller, and the game won't let you use the Pro Controller unless it senses the USB port has the wrist strap accessory plugged into it. That feels like a Nintendo solution to me. Ooh, check out the plans. The Pokeball plans on the table there, schematics. That looks awesome. And the wrist strap will cost another yeah, $29.95 for the Pro Controller wrist strap. I wonder if the hackers running this game on emulators could patch in Pro Controller support. Actually, come to think of it, if you could run this thing on an emulator, you could tell the emulator to tell the game that you're running in handheld mode and actually play docked, essentially, with the handheld control. You'd still need some sort of motion controller or maybe a mouse or something to aim. If someone gives me a sub, do they get to know Pokemon? No, the naming rights are for direct donations only. Subs get their own bonuses. They get the emotes and they get the, you know, all the other stuff that goes along with sub privileges. Yeah, pirates get the better experience. Get homebrew, get a band console. I mean, I do have a second Switch that I picked up on the Amazon Prime Day sales. It's actually the cheapest the Switch has ever been, like anywhere in the world. It's ridiculously cheap, so I snatched one up. They only had like 50 consoles or something, but I got one. Haven't done anything with it though. I do plan on sort of experimenting with the homebrew stuff with it, because I didn't want to do that on my main Switch, obviously, because, you know, if you try and use it online, you'll get banned and all that kind of crap, but yeah. So I do have a second Switch I can use to experiment with homebrew. I just haven't done anything with it yet. Wait, did we explore this fully? Or did I miss something? No, I think we did. We're right. We're right. We did this floor. I recognise that juggler. Oh, wait. Didn't see you back here. Can we bait you out, or so we get past you? No? From that? Yeah. I would never ever recommend anyone hack their Prime system, but if you can pick up a second system nice and cheap, like second hand, or like I did on the Prime Day sale where it was ridiculously cheap, seems like a fun thing to dick around with. Radio shows, they're complaining that to go to your room is no longer it wasn't a penalty for me when I was a kid. You know, 30 years ago, when I was 10 years old and lesser and in my pre-teen, early teens and stuff, go to your room was like, fuck yeah, going to my room. I had a little 34cm TV in my room and my VCR. Had my video game consoles. Had my books. Had my sketch pads. You know, I would voluntarily spend tons of time in my room. So yeah, go to your room was never a punishment for me. I think get out of your room was the punishment for me. Go outside! Ride a bike! Actually, I did like to ride my bike too. I had a pretty sweet mountain bike, actually. I liked it. I wrecked it, but I liked it. I maintained it myself, taught myself all about the mechanics of it, and how to maintain it and keep it operation, and replace my brakes and lube the gears and replace the chain and all that kind of stuff. I wonder how much of the Switch's power this game uses. Not all of it. Not all of it. Actually, you know what? Those frame drops we were seeing yesterday aren't here today, so that might have been that capture card that was playing out this morning. Those frame drops we saw yesterday might have been the capture card sort of starting to fail on me. Because today it's been running smooth as frickin' butter. Screech. No, we don't want Screech. Hope Black Friday. Yeah, Black Friday's probably going to have a few cheap Switches around. Alright, how do we get to that corridor back there? Not this way. Oop, didn't do this room yet. That's right, the first time we came through here we didn't have the door key, that's why. Ah, here we go. Alright, was it worth it? Yep. Nougat, it's $5 right there, I'll take it. JB has switched for $3.99 AUD a couple of days ago. Yeah, the Black Friday and Christmas specials and post-Christmas January sales. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities for getting a bargain on a Switch, I feel like, over the next couple of months. I feel like I've been through here. Yes, I have. Yep, definitely been through here. Right, I think we're getting close to clearing out all these floors. Don't think I've done this yet. Yes, I have. Did I do the doors? Yes. No, this is door here. What do you think of the oh yeah, I did do this. Why did that door close? Oh, because we teleported in the first time, that's right. We didn't actually use the door for that, that part. You would get heaps of views, though. What would I get heaps of views for? Wait, let me read back. Shiny hunt without charging is a frustrating challenge. Hey? Charging what? Chaining, maybe you meant. Shiny hunt without chaining. Oh, we've definitely been here, but I will take advantage of the nurse again, because we're nearly out of PPs and a few moves. Here's a new floor. Full heal, lovely. Chain ends when battery dies. I mean, it's like do a handheld shiny chain hunt thing, yeah. Get about 6 hours in. Actually, I wonder how long this game runs in handheld mode. Because, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's making the Switch work very hard. Yeah, the fan's aren't even on. Oh no, the fan's on very, very low. I can feel a slight breeze coming out of the vent. But the Switch is quite cool to the touch, so... it's an indication that we're not using a lot of graphical power here. So, yeah, it probably runs for a fairly decent time in handheld. I wonder if someone's tested that. Google it. Someone Google that. Has someone tested how long this game runs in handheld mode yet? Because the average is about 6 hours for most games. Some burn it a little bit quicker, some last a little bit longer. Giggity. I feel like this would be on the longer side. At a guess, what, 8 hours battery life? With a screen at mid brightness or something, maybe? I don't know. Six hours, my friend told me I could do 2 hours in handle. Depends on the game, but yeah, 2 hours is a bit pessimistic. Yeah, Zelda's about 3.5 ish. People used to say battery wasn't so good. I mean, it's not great, but it's about average for a handheld thing. Is the Popo controller worth it? It depends. It depends on how big a nerd you are and how big a fan you are, but I like it. I've got no buyer's remorse. I think it's fun. But yeah, if you're more of a casual Pokemon fan, maybe not. But I've been playing for 2 decades, so it's probably a foregone conclusion that I was going to get it. Yeah, and you get Mew with it. Nice little bonus. Again, more important if you're a hardcore Pokemon fan. If you're a dirty casual, then Mew is probably not that important to you because you don't know the significance, but yeah. Never run out of Switch. Yeah, I don't think I've ever let mine run dry as well. I usually only play handheld mode when I'm traveling, and when I travel I've usually got a backup battery anyway. So I don't think the Switch has ever actually gone flat on me while I'm gaming. I've run it down, but I've always put it on charge before it gets flat. I probably should let it run flat a few times actually, just for the sake of the battery health. My parents want me red and blue. Nice. I'm old. So am I. I'm greybeard. It's alright. It's okay to be old. I am 40. Oh, I'm 40. Yeah, I'm 40. Name that show. I just saw on Twitter, by the way, when I took a break an hour or two ago, that Big Mouth is getting a Season 3. It's confirmed. Hooray! We got a trailer up for it, so that's good news. That show's wacky. Blunt to the grey? Yeah. That joke's been made before. My husband loves Big Mouth. I hate it. Yeah? Is it too crass for you, or you just don't think it's funny, or too awkward? You feel embarrassed, or... I think it's hilarious. I think it's really clever. It's crass and it's brutal, but some of the stuff they do I think is really clever in the way they approach certain things. '40's the new 20. I was 9 when Reboot came out in the States. Yeah, I was already in my late teens by the time Pokemon was a thing. I was like 19, 20, something like that. By the time I came to it. I used to mock my friend for playing such a kiddie game, because he was in it before I was. I used to make fun of him for playing a kiddie game. Sorry, I have to adjust my headphones. Until one day I decided to see what all the fuss was about. So I downloaded a ROM and in a Game Boy emulator, and played it for, you know, just played it to see what the fuss was about. Trying to learn something about it so I could make fun of my friend with more information, make more accurate jokes, more specific jokes at his expense. And then like 6 hours went by when I was playing on the emulator, and I thought, well, I get it. Next day, I went out and bought a Game Boy and a copy of the game. So yeah. Just a bit closer in age than I thought, nearly 30. Yeah, I mean, when you say you're in your late 20s versus a 40-year-old, it sounds different to saying I'm nearly 30 versus being 40. It's all about perspective. Yeah, I'm 18. Yeah, I'm perpetually 24. In my heart, in my soul, I'm an idiot 24-year-old. Just a bit more damage and experience. I'm only 15. Pretty rare to find people around my age. Yeah, when you're 15, it's an odd age. You're not old enough to feel true nostalgia for it. You're old enough to call it a kiddie game and feel embarrassed about playing it, depending on your group of friends. Yeah, 15 is a weird age for Pokemon. It's alright, you'll get over it. Turn 28 this month, and closest 30 really gets to me. You'll survive it. Do you look like I have tits? Yeah. Oh, okay, we can't get through this way. Alright, so we have to find a teleporter to get into there. Alright, let's try and figure out this teleporter situation then. Didn't see that Pokeball hiding there. That's something I can do with these 3D games. I can hide objects behind other objects more effectively. Oh, here we go. It's a locked room. Haven't been here before. Things I still feel so teenagey, so a lot of older friends can realise that all adults feel young. Yep. Most of us never actually feel like we're grown-ups. Some of us are just better at hiding it. I almost said 19 when I'm actually turning 21. Yeah, that transition from saying you're a teenager to saying you're in your 20s, that's a big one. That took some getting used to when you were no longer a teenager. That felt significant. How's the fame so far? Oh, it's alright, you know. I've been doing the YouTube thing for what? 13, 14 years? It's alright. I get recognised in the street sometimes. People say, hey, are you Blunty? I say, yeah. I know you meant game. I just wanted to have a little fun. Yeah, the game's good. It's going to be really good. I'm really, really, really enjoying it. Way more than I thought I would. Give you one of the products, please forgive me. Self-destruct. Thank you very much. Oh, missed that one too. Yeah, that wasn't worth it. I have no plan for these teleports. I'm just sort of randomly jumping on them, hoping I end up in the right place, in case you haven't noticed. How do you feel about no encounters in the grass? There are plenty of encounters in the grass. You just deal with the encounter differently. That's the difference. Well, I mean, it doesn't trigger in the grass, but they spawn in the grass and shit like that, so... But yeah, no, the difference is really only in how you deal with the wild Pokemon. There's still plenty of wild encounters. But you fling balls at them instead of battling them. And I don't love that. I don't hate the replacement, but I don't love the new mechanic. Keep going to run around the grass for encounters? Yeah, me too. And I catch myself avoiding the grass when I decide I don't want a wild encounter. I'll, you know, keep to the paths and stuff until I realise, well, yeah, that doesn't count. Let me know when you get bored of random jumping up heads. I'll tell you which floor to go to. Yeah, about now. About now I'm bored of it. I think I picked up some of the stuff I missed. I don't think there's much else I missed, so there's not much point to rando jumping around anymore. So, oh yeah, she's blocking that way. Go to third floor. Alright, let's go to the third floor. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that I've cleared out everyone and everything that I need to, so yeah, let's just doopy 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 doop. On the left. Your left or my left? This one here? Top left? Every so often my Pokeballs go wildly to the left for no reason. Yeah. Are you using Joy-Cons? That's a common issue. No. Down a bit. Okay. Down a bit and to the left. This one? Yeah, one of the tricks to the motion control is it's relative positioning, not absolute. So it doesn't track absolute position in space. It tracks relative motion. And it... Oh, there we go. Okay, we can wait here. And when you press the button to say, get ready, when you're summoning a Pokeball, basically, that's when it takes the position, the relative position of your controller. So don't press the button until you're in a position where you're ready to throw. So whether you're resting or whether you've got it up ready, then press the button, then fling. Because that way it takes its relative measurement of the positioning of the Pokeball when you press the button. So then when you go forward, it will register that direction properly. If you press the button when your hand is down or resting in a position and then you bring it up to throw, you're twisting usually, and that can throw it off. So that's one of the little secrets to it. Thank you, Gemets, by the way. Thank you, thank you. It took me ages to find, work methodically through each pad from the top floor. Everything's so good except the random encounters. How do you feel about the Pokemon Go aspect? I don't love it. Like I said, I don't love it, but I can deal with it. It's not too offensive. I would prefer the old way, no question. Given the choice, I'll go the old way. But the new way isn't so offensive that it harms the game for me. I'm more than willing to put up with it because everything else in the game is utterly, utterly charming. Right, that's far enough. What? You again? Me again, as many times as it takes. I will not let you reach the boss. What was that? Reach the boss? What do you think? Giovanni must be up here. So the boss of Team Rocket is right there in this building. That makes things easier then. Go, BluntNate! This is our best chance to beat their boss. You were dealing with me, old man. Zoop. How do you level your Pokemon up? By trainer battles and by catching wild Pokemon. Hold it right there, twerp. Jesse? James? Yep, here we go. Our boss is in a meeting. You better not disturb him. Let's do it, guys. Are you Australian? I am Australian, yep. I'm not from New Zealand. I'm Australian. I don't actually... I only know one streamer who lives in Australia Junior, which the rest of the world calls New Zealand. But to everyone else, it's Australia Junior. Australia 2, Electric Boogaloo. Hubs said you sound like you're from New Zealand. Hubs is wrong. My accent's a bit whiffy, though. My R's a bit too American. Yeah, it comes from years and years of doing impressions of movies and stuff like that. And I've known people with many different accents, friends and family from all over the world. So yeah, my accent's a little bit less than typical Australian at sometimes. But yeah, definitely not New Zealand. Alright, what are we dealing with? Wheezing and Arbok. Easy peasy. Fuck it, let's just go Power Whip straight away. Why do you speak a bit American? Because I've known a lot of Americans. I watch a lot of American media, a lot of American TV and movies. I've had more than a couple of American friends who've immigrated or visited or stayed or studied here and things like that. So yeah, I've just been exposed to the accent a lot, and some of it rubs off on me. It annoys me, quite honestly, when I hear myself do the American hard R. I never used to speak like that, but it's just become part of my elocution now. At 250 chain catches now. I guess I might be. Yeah, don't give up. 250 is still a pretty small number for a shiny hunt. I have a mixture of so many UK accents. I love that about the UK. The UK is such a tiny place, but it has so many different accents because of the way the country grew. Australia is pretty consistent. We tend to have the same accent wherever you are from. And Australia is sort of coast to coast, is as big as America is, and America's got different accents. So we don't, because we grew up kind of fast and new. But the only real difference with Australian regional dialects is slang is a bit different from place to place. And some places speak faster or slower. You meet someone from Queensland and they tend to speak a bit slower, a bit broader. And then you got the sort of little bogany areas where the accent gets pretty thick, mate. And every fucking sentence ends in fuck. Went down the fucking pub and go have a bit of a fucking drink, eh? But the accents themselves, the way the vowels sound and shit like that, tends to be pretty consistent. Alright, mate. Let's get in the room here. Give the boss a bit of what's what, eh? I hate when I sound German. I mean, I am, but I don't mind the German accent. I think Irish is one of my favorites, especially on a woman. Cute Irish girl, just it's like a magical charm. Oh, Eevee wants my attention. What do you want, Blue? Exasperated? Oh, I'm sorry. Have I not patted you in a while? Yeah, Scottish is pretty good. I mean, my personal heritage is Scottish, and I've got a Scottish mate here in Sydney. He's from Glasgow. And one of my favourite comedians when I was growing up was Billy Connolly, so I got very, very used to hearing the Scottish accent. Because he's got a thick Glaswegian accent as well. A vet is Irish, very soft twang to it. Yeah. Doo-doo-doo. Ba-bum. Look, it's me in 20 years. My hair keeps thinning out. A grey beard. Actually, no, that's not me. I would never wear a fucking suit. I've worn a suit 3 times in my life. 2 funerals and 1 wedding. Actually, I wonder if my suit even still fits me. Put on a little bit of weight since I last bought it, or last wore it. Do you think it's easy to make? No, I know you're really here. There is no way I want to make that thing like that. Not for someone like you. How dare you! Look how fierce he is. Look how fierce Giovanni is. You can almost see the veins in his forehead. And give up any thought of forcing us to create lots of powerful Pokemon for you. Using stolen research to create Pokemon is not something Sif should ever do. We had a deal. You agreed to this. I am changing the deal. Pray I do not alter it any further. You're a smart man. I'm sure you can imagine what will happen to your people if you say no to me now. You threatening me? Here's a 10-year-old kid to put you in your place, gangster. Ah, young Blunty, so we meet again. The president of Sif and I are discussing vital business proposition. Keep your nose out of grown-up matters. Our experience of world of pain. Will I tell you playing the game feels like every normal... Yeah, it feels like a Pokemon game in every way except the way wild battles are dealt with. Because it's not a battle, it's a capture minigame style thing with motion controls, which I don't love, but I don't hate it as much as I thought I would. I can easily put up with it. Alright, looks like we've got our friendship power ready to go, so if this guy brings out a big hitter, we'll just get that, but for now... You can take out the Persian with a Psychic, right? Oh, unless he does that to us. I wasn't seeing that. Let's try again. Come on. Get one out. Nope, we're not going anywhere. Alrighty. Giovanni always looks so young. Yeah, I mean, he's always looked sort of in his late 30s, 40-ish kind of thing in most art you see him in. Sure his hairline was more receding? Maybe? Maybe he got hair plugs. You go smoosh now. Wait, what are we asking? Everything's good except the grass spawns. Well, I mean, the spawns are okay. I love the overworld. I love the fact that the Pokemon appear in the overworld. I just don't like what happens when you encounter them as much as I like the old method. But like I said, everything else about this game is so fantastically fun and joyful and engaging and charming and cute, and I can put up with the waggle ball mechanics of catching the Pokemon. I can easily tolerate that for the sake of the rest of the game. Easily. Throwing out the Pokemon to understand why they would take out random encounters. They haven't taken out random encounters. How many times do you want me to explain this to you? They have not taken out random encounters. All that changes is what happens when a random encounter is happening. How are you not getting this? Like, I've explained it 3 times. The chat's explained it to you twice. Random encounters are still here. The only thing that's changed is what happens once you get engaged in a random encounter. Nidoqueen, eh? Well, I mean, we could probably power whip you to death. not quite. More paralysis, eh? Let's give a poison jab a go. Nope, we're dead. Well then. That was a bit easier than I was expecting for this stage. I guess I was pretty well prepared. I did have a significant type advantage, and level advantage for that matter. I normally have a bit tougher go at Giovanni though. Blast! I have little choice, it seems I will relinquish for now. But Team Rocket will never fall. Actually, well actually, never forget. All Pokemon exist for Team Rocket's use. I may leave you now, but we will meet again. Music goes back to being happy. First, 1060 will be just fine for a while long. Yeah, 1060 is a great card. GTX 1060 will have you 1080p gaming at high or ultra settings at 60 frames a second, 1080. Nice and easy for at least a couple of years yet. For 1060, yeah, for 1060 is not the card you want for 4K. No, not for gaming. I mean, you can run media and stuff in 4K, easy peasy. You can do 4K editing accelerated with the 1060 if you've got the right, if your editing software can use GPUs to accelerate stuff. But yeah, for gaming, no. For gaming in 4K, you want at least a 1080, 2070, 2080, 2080 Ti. But yeah, 1060 is not a 4K card. It's not designed to be a 4K card. It's not intended to be used for gaming 4K. But 1080p 60, easy peasy. Thank you for everything we saw. I'm for President Dan. We are indebted to you for what you did. Yeah, you are. Oh dear boy, thank you for saving. Are you serious? Why, I suppose that's so. It wasn't just you. It was that wonderful partner of yours. Actually, he did nothing. We used him once, I think. I'll never forget how you saved us in our moment of peril. I have to thank you in some way, and I'm quite magnanimous. Holy shit. I've never had trouble with that word. I am quite magnanimous, so I can give you anything. Anything. Maybe this will do. Hey, Master Ball. You can't buy that anywhere. It's our secret prototype for Master Ball. It will catch any Pokemon without fail. Truthfully, I've only succeeded in making just the one. So you should probably be quiet about using it. Alrighty, how are we going for time? Okay, we don't have time yet. Let's throw a save. $1080 Ti. Yeah, 1080 Ti right now, you're not going to get as good price. They're thin on the ground, and you'll be being charged a premium for the 1080 Ti at this point. I would certainly go for a 2080 instead of a 1080 Ti at this point. Can't get out that way. Where's the door? There's the door. I need to go catch you next time. Alright, Jason. Thanks for hanging out. Do I hear... Oh, no. I was going to say, do I hear rain? But no, it's the fountain. For half a second, I thought they might have put rain in the game. Yeah, no. Was that there before? I guess I didn't come down this way before, did I? We went all around past it. We better sweep the corner of the room then. And we spoke to him as well. We must have just missed that Pokeball there. We went all around it. Alright. Jamets. I think it might be time to go get that wild Pokemon from like an hour ago. Or, nope, cutscene first. You did it! You beat Giovanni! That Archie guy made a run for it, so I chased him all the way out here. And then, as the Team Rocket grunts, ran right out of Saffron City too. Guess we're lucky you're such a strong trainer, Blunty. To be honest, I was a little scared. Like, what would have happened to us if it turned out the bad guys were the strongest, you know? But you and me, Blunty, we really managed to save Sylph. Nobody will have to go through what Q-Ben went through ever again. Alright, now everything's back to normal. I guess it's time for the next Pokemon Gym. Have you been to Saffron City Gym? How many badges have you got? That many? Wow. Maybe we'll both make it all the way to the Pokemon League. Let's both give it our best shot. See ya. Alright. Poke says back this way, isn't it? Yeah, there's the shop, so the Pokemon Center's up here, right? Here we go. Nope, where is it? Where's the Pokemon Center gone? I've lost it! Oh, right, there it is. Oh, so I went completely the wrong way. I was right behind it the whole time. Alright, we'll have to go back and talk to that Porygon guy in a second, I think. That looked inviting. Talk to... Yeah, okay, Jebus is telling me. Auntie, can you read my previous question? I can! In fact, I will. Taking the cartridge out, putting the PC pictures won't harm my shave files with... No, it's fine. I've done it myself tons of times. Well, not tons, but like half a dozen at least. As long as you don't accidentally format the card or something, you'll be fine. In fact, the recommended procedure for backing up your memory card or transferring your memory card to a bigger memory card is to do it via PC. They tell you to take it out, put it in a memory card reader, do the thing, copy it across to the desktop, copy it to the new card, do all the thing. That's the approved method, so yeah, it's perfectly fine, perfectly safe. Just don't, start deleting files at random. I'm confused. Are the GTX Titans still great with performance? Or just for bragging now? Well, Titans have always been kind of for bragging. I mean, they've always got good performance, but they're always kind of for bragging. By the time the TIs come out, you can usually match or come close to matching Titans for a lot less money. Depends on the price, though. Alright, let's see what the Porygon guy wants. Can we get the... Can we have him? Did you get rid of all those Team Rocket dunks? Thank you so much. What do you say? Do you want to try your hand at raising a Pokemon created by yourself? Yes. Porygon! Porygon, the virtual Pokemon. The only Pokemon that people anticipate can fly into space. None has managed that feat yet, however. You tucked Porygon away in the Pokemon bag. So is this the one you wanted to nickname? Jemets? Is that what you were waiting for? Get a few 1080 Ti's for that price. Yeah, but I can't think of a good one. Okay, so opening it to the chat. Who's got a good name for the Porygon? In honor of Jamet's, what was it, 1001-bit cheer? Let's have your best suggestions. The one that I find cleverest or most amusing. Change markings, favorite. Whoops, it is easy. And change your name. Alright, Pokeball down. Keyboard up. Kilgon? Nah. Vega 64, not bad. Oh yeah, 1001. It's not bad. Because it's binary. Actually, I quite like that. It was a 1001-bit tip that got the naming rights, and 1001 is binary, and that's a virtual digital Pokemon thing, so yeah. 1001's in the lead so far. 1060 should run 1080p games from very high ultra 60. Yep, sure will. Sure will. Bollocks, we've got a bell end. Well, he's not really like, you know, he's all pointy and stuff. Doesn't really remind you of Bollocks, does he? Hori's still here. Block Duck. It's not bad. Unoriginal. Or Polyduck, because he's made of polygons. Polyquack. Polyquack. 01110000 binary for the letter P. Sounds good to me. 01110000. Let me make a note of that. Porygon 01110000. Done. 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 Boop. Cardboard face. Cool. Check out that some Sylph. Yep. What do you get to say for yourself? I saw him! Saw the boss of Team Rocket escaping from the Sylph meeting. Yeah, I know. I was the one who chased him out. Team Rocket is gone. Don't have to be afraid to go outside anymore. Hooray! You wouldn't believe how much power Saffron City burns through. It's through the roof. We've got to keep up the maintenance. There's no Steel-type gym, but I love it anyway. Yes, the Steel-type. Steel-type moves are strong against Fairy types. Trainer Fan Club. We did that already. Actually, we should sell some of the loot we got in Sylphco. So we picked up a nugget or 3. Nugget. And tropical shell. Yeah, that's $1,000 right there. That little pickup that Blue got us. Nice. Star piece, 6,000. I think that was about it for that stuff, wasn't it? Oh no, we got a max revive there. Candy, PP up. So okay, rare candy, get rid of that. Bump, bump, bump. Oops. Well, you really liberated the city. Time to destroy the gym leader? Yeah. Hooray, you're all free! Let me embarrass your gym leader. Cool. I don't think we actually need anything right now, so I think we'll just save our money for the moment. Bum, bum, bum. Jenny, oh Jenny, joy, oh joy. Are you the one who chased away Team Rocket? No, don't say anything, I can tell just the look in your eyes. Thank you, please take this. Ooh, police set. Oh, we get to dress up as a cop. Well, I mean, we are dressed as Team Rocket now, so it only seems fair. What does the cop uniform look like? Doobie-doobie-doobie-doo. I dig that. Doobie-doobie-doo. Not bad. Doobie-doobie-doo. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. And doobie-doobie-doo. Yeah. How about blue? Whoop. I'm not sure I like that item, actually. No. We'll wear it anyway. I like the match. Bump, bump, bump. Police T. Groovy. Alright, what does the bag look like? Yeah, not bad. Sabrina, master of psychic Pokemon. Fighting dojo. Oh yeah, I forgot about the dojo. Yep. It's too late now. My baby's been me. Can't realize your SSD. Oh, he's still talking about your build. You're a broken record, Fraser. Alrighty. This should be quick. Thud. Is that why your Primo has a flat little piggy nose? Because he keeps falling on it because you're such a loser? Is that why? Haha. Hoping my PC can last it out till August next year. Why August? Are you expecting a big payday, or is that when your birthday is, or do you know something about a release schedule that I don't? About some hardware. Actually, speaking of hardware, that's the new RX card. That's the new Radeon RX 590. I haven't watched anyone else's reviews on it or anything yet. I've had it for a few days, just haven't had time to test it yet. But I will be giving it a go. It's billed as the AMD's 1060 killer. We shall see. Yeah, that was only announced a few days ago. Just, yeah, like I said, just haven't had time to do a build for it yet. But soon, real soon, real soon. Should stop tonight though, BluntNate. It's arriving today. I mean, annoying. It's just, you know, you're always going on about it. It's enthusiasm, is what it is. Excitement, anticipation. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, if it's 1060, I might get one. Have a free sync. If you've got a free sync monitor, yeah, definitely keep your eyes open on this. Yeah. Whoops, I misclicked again. Dope. That's the only thing with this Pokeball controller. Sometimes when you go to press in, I accidentally press up or down a little bit, and I misclick. Sorry, Hideki. Hello, Anerodoblo. How you doing? To be frank, my 1060 is 2-3 years. Your 1060 is not 2-3 years old. They haven't been out that long. They've been out 3 years. Hope Intel rumors are true. Which Intel rumors are those? About their in-house GPUs? Yeah, we won't see those till 2020. Just decompressing right now after spending 14 solid hours playing Destiny 2. Jesus. Playing on mouse and keyboard on PC or a controller? How are your wrists? Used to challenge us, expect no mercy. Ha 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 ha. Is your spending got a 2 years ago? Yeah, a little bit under 2 years, I think, isn't it? Keyboard and mouse, somebody. Yeah. That's not so bad. 14 hours of controller will kill you. Yeah, what was that about No Mercy? What was that about No Mercy? Didn't even land a hint. Indeed, I have lost. But I beseech you, do not take our emblem as your trophy. In return, I will give you a prized fighting-type Pokemon. Who shall we pick? I know both are available as rare spawns elsewhere in the game. So it's not like we're going to miss out one way or the other, but who should we pick? Feels like break time. Yeah, it's break time. We just hit the hour mark. We're going to take a break before we do the gym. But first, we have a choice to make. Hitmonlee, not over Stanley, because Lee. That's a bit of a loose connection, but I like it. I mean, I've always been a big fan of Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan, so there's no way to slice those down the middle. But I do think Lee looks a bit better, doesn't he? Chan, Lee. Now we're going to go Chan. I do like how Lee looks, though. Look at him. I wish they made him furry, though. I always thought of him as a bit furry. I wonder if he's going to be furry. I wonder if he's going to be in the Detective Pikachu movie. He's going to be all covered in fur. The punching Pokemon. Punches in corkscrew fashion, it can punch its way through a concrete wall like a drill. Have you used one of them? Yeah, I've used both. I've used both over the years. Not for very long and not throughout the entire playthrough, but I have trained some out. Jackie Chan is a legend. Absolutely. But so is Bruce Lee. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. What's up? Coach trainer, I'm alone to the fighting dojo. I'm a pretty strong trainer. Let's have a battle. Sure. Let's do it. Hiding in the corner. So I guess we'll do this first, then we'll take a break. Zerp. Alright. Come on then. Have some bug type. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Ooh, look at you. I'm going to assault you by just blowing on you gently to knock you over. girl in the corner of a dojo wearing a trench coat. His hands deep in her pockets, staring at the muscly men. That was a great match. I want you to have this. Thunder Punch! Yes. Smash your opponents with... Okay. Okay, so let's... Hello. Thank you. Let's go back down to the Big Center. Heal up to replenish our PPs. Take a break and then hit the gym. What size SSD would you go for certain games, guys? Just spending upgrader. I mean, if you're looking for an SSD for games, get the biggest one you could possibly afford. Because an SSD makes a huge difference in how good games load and perform and all that kind of stuff. If you're looking for a system drive, like just something to put Windows on, then 128 gig is going to do plenty fine. But yeah, for games, as big as you can possibly afford. I mean, there is a point of diminishing returns because the really, really big ones, like the 4 terabyte ones you can get, are pretty freaking expensive. But you can get pretty good value on a 512 or a 1 terabyte these days. Even 2 terabytes are coming into a reasonable price territory when you consider, you know, price per bit kind of calculations. But yeah, half a terabyte, 1 terabyte is probably the sweet spot for value right now. What is my plan for Sabrina? That's a good question. Let's talk about that when I come back. BRBs!